Hello, my name is Gary Kraus, and I am the president of Ascending Lights iGraduate. Today, you're going to learn how community college majors and educational plans are constructed for students by college counselors. Using the information presented today, you will be able to construct an easy to use plan of your own that parallels the one created by the community college. Once you understand the reasons behind the educational plan, you will be able to assist students in making critical decisions about the best majors and courses to take as they journey along their educational paths. Ultimately, this will enable them to avoid unnecessary classes and complete their studies quickly with the most financial aid. One final note. Please know that none of us are expected to be substitutes for community college counseling departments or other student services. New state laws require students to have counselor-approved academic plans on file at the colleges. These plans can be accessed through the student's online portal. Our job is simply to help students interpret and use those plans most effectively. So let's begin. Students attend community college for one of three reasons. The first group consists of students who are only interested in earning a career certificate in an occupational field. These majors and educational plans are intended for those who want to enter the workplace quickly with a skill that is in demand. In addition to the construction trades, occupational certificates can be earned in fields like anesthesia technology, auto mechanics, bookkeeping, cybersecurity, and culinary arts. Of the three types of majors and educational plans, they generally require the least number of classes. In many cases, coursework completed while earning these certificates may also be applied to an associate degree to further increase employability. The second group of students consists of those who are interested in earning an associate degree only. Much like those who are interested in a career certificate, these majors and plans are usually directed at a specific set of occupational skills that are in demand in the modern workplace. In many cases, the major courses are the same as those required for a certificate of completion. The associate degree is earned when general education requirements are added. Registered nursing, dental assisting, paralegal studies, computer information systems, and medical assisting are typical examples of what are known as associate in science degrees. The third group of students attend community college in order to complete their freshman and sophomore year requirements at a four-year university. These are called associate degrees for transfer. They guarantee the student admission to many four-year universities with junior standing and earn a bachelor's degree in a similar major at a California State University or a University of California or private university, including many HBCUs. Using a case study, and for each of these three types of majors, you will learn how to locate the information needed for the educational plan, construct the plan itself, and use our Roadmap to Success academic planning tool to keep track of all of it. For the purposes of our case study, I'd like to introduce you to Kiana Waverly. She wants to pursue a career in business administration. She has been admitted to Pasadena City College. She has her math and English assessment results and has begun her first semester taking classes there. In order to help Kiana to put together an educational plan, we will need her transcript and assessment scores, the requirements for her major in business administration, any general education requirements, and our Roadmap to Success academic planning tool. Now let's explore where we can find these items. We will be using the Pasadena City College website in this process. The first type of information that we will need in order to help Kiana are her transcript and assessment scores. These two items can be obtained from the student's personal portal at the community college. The student will need to enter the portal using their username and password. Once there, they can find the information under the Academics tab. So let's take a look. So here we are at the Pasadena City College homepage. And in order to obtain the student information we need, we will need to log into the student portal here. We'll go to Lancer Point, which is where this information is located. Once we are on the student's personal portal, we go to My Classes and Academics. And once we get there, we can find a number of tools that the student will need and you will need to help develop the academic plan. Now, the first item that is important that we discussed are the placement results. So we would click on that and we would get the English and assessment scores that the college had assigned to the student. Then we want to take a look at the transcript of the student. And there we would go down to another location, and here we can view and print out an unofficial transcript. Later on, we will go back to this site and we will take a look at the student's educational plan. But for right now, we just want to indicate how on a community college website, one accesses assessment scores and transcripts for the purpose of putting together an educational plan. For the purposes of this case study, I have created here on this Word document a sample transcript for Kiana. You can see, first of all, that when she first came to Pasadena City College, she placed in Stat 15 or Stat 50 for mathematics, and she placed in English 100 for English. Then, looking at the semester that she just completed, the spring of 2019, you can see that she took and got a grade of B in English 100 for 4 units. And she took the companion writing lab, English 901, for 0.3 units. And finally, she started down her path toward her certificate in business administration by taking and passing with an A, accounting 1A. The next items that we will need in order to help Kiana are the requirements for her major in business administration. This information can be obtained from the community college website in the academic section under degrees and certificates. So let's now return to the Pasadena City website and see where we can find these things. Starting on the home page, we go to academics and support, then degrees and certificates, and we come to a page that summarizes all of the potential majors that a community college student might want to pursue. And as I mentioned earlier, students attend community college for one of 3 reasons. First, they're interested in obtaining a certificate only. The second reason is that they are interested in pursuing an associate degree only. Or the third option is they are interested in transferring to a 4-year university. And in the case of all community colleges, there are 2 directions that they can pursue. So let's start with the certificate programs that are also known as CTE, Career and Technical Education Majors. And there are 2 types. The first type is called Occupational Skills Certificates. And as it indicates here, these are for students to help them develop their job skills in a special area of occupational education in a short period of time, meaning a very few number of units to get them into the workplace. So let's take a look at some of those majors. And as you can see that there are a number of them. Probably the most frequently used ones are in child development and in certified nursing assistant. Let's take a look at certified nursing assistant. And as you can see, it gives you a program description, talks a little bit of how students are selected. And then in order to obtain the major requirements, all they are asking is that the student take 1 course, Nursing 103, which is a 5-unit course. And this prepares them for going to work in the workplace as a certified nursing assistant. The second type of certificate program encompasses certificates of achievement. And like the occupational skills certificates, they will give the student the knowledge and training that is needed to enter a specialized career or enhance their skills for advancement in their job. These certificates are much more extensive than those of the occupational skills variety, and they better prepare students for entering the workplace with a high degree of competence in a specialized field. So let's take a look at some of these. And you can see there are quite a few, beginning with accounting, administration of justice, in healthcare, anesthesia technology, a lot of automotive certificates. We will come to business administration, which is the one that Kiana Waverly is going to use. So let's click on that. And the major requirements appear, description of the program, and then a list of the requirements in the major for the certificate of achievement. And you can see there's 27 to 29 units. And all of these courses are available to achieve the major in this particular area. The next category that we are going to explore is for those students who are interested in earning an associate degree only and then going out into the workplace with their required education. The best example of this at any community college is what are called associate in science degrees. And generally what they do is incorporate the major requirements from the Certificate of Achievement and combine them with general education requirements to earn the Associate in Science degree. And we will discuss the general education requirements next. And then finally, there are two types of associate degrees for students who are interested in transferring to a four-year university. One is called the Associate in Arts degree, and the other is the associate degree for transfer. So let's look at the Associates in Arts degree. These are degrees in general studies. They can be standalone, or they can give the students the skills necessary to enter the workplace. And they can also be a first step toward earning a bachelor's degree at a four-year university. Well, what do these major requirements look like? Here are the associate degrees at Pasadena City College. As you can see, there are a fewer number. The ones that we see more frequently because of the versatility they have in transferring are social and behavioral sciences majors and natural sciences majors. So let's look at social and behavioral sciences. Once again, we see a program description, and then we move down to the requirements for the degree. A minimum of 60 units are required, a minimum grade point average of 2.0, and completion of the general education requirements, which we will discuss in a minute. Then when we look at the areas that are available for courses in the major, we see that the student must complete 18 units, 3 of these units in 3 of the disciplines listed below. And just look at the variety that a student can choose from to get to their 18 units in their major. Basically, it covers all of the courses that are transferable at a community college. And so if a student needs to meet the major requirements for transferring to a four-year university, using the social and behavioral sciences major may be a smart way to go in order to finish the community college portion as quickly as possible. Now let's talk about the associate degree for transfer. And as you can see, earning an AAT or AST degree at Pasadena City College guarantees the student admission to many four-year universities with junior standing and prepares the student to complete a bachelor's degree in a similar major at a Cal State University, a participating University of California, a historically Black college or university, or a private university. And the key term here is guaranteed admission with junior standing. And that's the big difference between this major and this associate in arts. The associate in arts does not guarantee admission to some of these universities. So let's look at some of these AAT and AST majors. At Pasadena City College, these are the majors available. Other community colleges have different majors and different numbers, but essentially they all will have some versions of the AAT and AST majors. So as you can see, there is a wide variety. In the case of Kiana, we are going to be talking about business administration. So we'll click that. Once again, the program description appears. And then we come down to the major requirements for the Associate in Science and Business Administration for transfer. And it has a core requirement of 18 units plus 4 units selected from List A and 2 courses totaling 6 units selected from List B. And then general education requirements are once again added. This concludes our exploration of the various types of community college majors and their requirements. The next item that we will need in order to help any community college student are the general education requirements for the associate degree. These can be found under academics on the community college website or in the college catalog. However, the best way to obtain this information for any California community college student is to use our document, Community College 911. So where can we find these items? Starting with the Degrees and Certificates page on the Community College website, the best way to locate the general education requirements for any of the associate's degrees is to simply select the type that you are interested in and click on it. In this case, we'll click on the Associates in Arts degree, and then we'll select a degree. Let's say for the sake of argument, we'll select business, and then we'll scroll down. And here at the bottom, you can see that they are offering the general education requirements depending on the goal of the student. For students that are simply interested in an associate degree only, we would click this, and there we have the general education requirements for the associate degree only. For students who are interested in attending a Cal State University or participating in the degrees with a guarantee at a CSU, we would locate the general education pattern here. And for those who are interested in attending a University of California campus or transferring to a historically Black college or university or a private university, we normally would use the IGTSE, which stands for Intersegmental General Education Transfer Curriculum. We click that, and we will have the first of 2 pages here. We will explore all 3 of these educational patterns in greater detail when we look at the separate videos that pertain to the educational goal of a community college student. The other way to obtain the general education requirements for the associate degree for Kiana or for any other community college student is using our Community College 911 document, which can be located on this website. So here we are once again on the Ascending Lights iGraduate homepage. By far and away, the fastest and most efficient way of locating the general education requirements for any type of associate degree is to use our Community College 911 document. If there is one thing that a mentor would want to have on their desktop for use in assisting any California community college student, this is the one to keep handy. In one place, it contains links to all of the possible resources that one would need to counsel a community college student, from career assessment to enrollment to graduation and transfer. We will be using it from this point forward in the video. So let's locate it on our website, explore it a bit, and then use it to find the general education requirements for an associate in science degree for Kiana. So to locate Community College 911 on our website, all we need to do is start with the home page and scroll down a little bit until we come to a set of tools that are designed to help you or your student obtain the information they need to graduate and transfer from a community college. And there are a number of areas covered, obviously. but the one that we are interested in is Community College 911. So we're going to click on that. And a PDF of Community College 911 will download. So let's enlarge this a little bit and explore it in a little bit more detail. As I mentioned previously, this is a source of the most important websites discussed in our trainings, plus some critical do's and don'ts for any community college student. So let's talk about them before we return to the one that we're going to use for Kiana. The first one is the one that we use the most, and that is a community college's transfer counselor website for general education and other information about community colleges. We'll look at that in just a minute. The next one is a website concerning community college associate degrees with a guarantee. These are degrees that are offered by the Cal State system that if the requirements are met, they will guarantee admission of the student in the major that they have chosen to a California State University, and that's called a degree with a guarantee. The next one consists of major requirements and articulated courses from California community colleges to the CSU UC campuses. It's also referred to as assist.org. Articulated courses are those that, taken at community college, can be used to satisfy lower division courses at a California State University or other university that accepts the articulation agreements. Then continuing down, we have a site for the University of California transfer information. Continuing down a little bit further, we have actually two websites for transfer information for the California State University. Then we have sites that we have used elsewhere in our training and on this website. 3 excellent sites for obtaining financial aid for community college students, and 3 excellent websites that we use for helping students discern the proper career. They assess interest, abilities, and values and occupational skills and match them together to careers and majors. So that's the first page. And then the second page, which is covered in another video, has to do with the do's and don'ts for any community college student. So let's return to the top and let's look at this California Community Colleges Transfer Counselor website. And we're going to use it to find the general education requirements for Kiana's Associate in Science degree. We're going to click on that, and the California Community College Transfer Counselor website appears. So then we're going to click on CCC, California Community Colleges, and we're going to scroll down to General Education, Associate Degree for Transfer, Catalogs, and Transfer Centers. And what opens is a page that has all of the California community colleges. And we're interested in Pasadena City College. So we'll click here, go to Pasadena City College. And now let's explore what an incredible tool we have. First of all, it has the general education requirements for the AAAS, the CSU, and the IGETC. It also has a link to the Associate Degree for Transfer page at Pasadena City College. It has a link to the catalog at Pasadena City College. It has a link to the Transfer Center at Pasadena City College, and it has a link to their website. So as you can see, if you had this on your desktop, you would have practically all of the information that you need to help a student without having to move around a lot within the website of the community college itself. So let's just look at a couple of these items. Let's say that we have a student that wants to earn just an associate degree. So we can click here, and this PDF opens. If we want to locate the general education requirements for Pasadena City College to students transferring to the Cal State system, we click here, and this document opens. If we want to print out the IGETC transfer requirements from Pasadena City College to a University of California or private university, we would click here, and the IGETC opens. If we want to inquire about what associate degrees for transfer are offered at Pasadena City College or any California community college, we would click here. And this page opens, including find an ADT participating college. and then it shows you once again the various associate degrees for transfer at Pasadena City College. And finally, by clicking here, we can go to the home page of the Pasadena City College website. So you can see this is an incredible website with many resources that can save you a lot of time and energy in helping your community college student. The next item that we will need in order to help Kiana to construct an academic plan is our Roadmap to Success academic planning tool. This is a form that we created that enables us to easily track the academic progress of a student in a community college. It exists in both Excel and Word formats. It can be found on this website. You can also request these documents by emailing us at ascendinglightsIgraduate@gmail.com. So let's take a look at this tool and see how it can be found on our website. So here we are on the home page of our iGraduate website. There are two ways that you can locate the Roadmap to Success academic planning tool. It is located in the Mentoring Tools portion of the site. One way is to go to Resources and to click on Mentoring Tools. This screen will open, and then we scroll down to Roadmap to Success Planning Tool, and clicking here, you can download the form. Another way is to start from the home page again and scroll down until you come to Mentoring Tools. Click on that, and then you will be taken once again to the page that covers Mentoring Tools, and there you will find the Roadmap to Success planning tool that can be downloaded. Here is an example of the Roadmap to Success academic planning tool that has been prepared for Kiana Waverly in order to study for an Associated Science degree for transfer at Pasadena City College. You can view how it has been prepared in our instructional video entitled Associate Degrees for Transfer. The first page consists of information that will be helpful to assist Kiana. It indicates her major and the university that she wants to attend, Community College's PCC, and it has her username and password. The second page consists of her college assessment scores and non-degree applicable prerequisite courses needed, taken from her transcript and the community college website. She was assessed to place in Stat 18 or Stat 50, and in order to achieve her educational goals, she must take and pass Stat 50. Then in English, she placed in English 100, which is a non-degree applicable course that is prerequisite for the course that she needs to graduate, English 1A. And as you can see here, she has taken and completed English 100 and English 901, 4 units complete and 0.3 units in the companion course for English 100. And then throughout this document, we also have space for units needed and units in progress. It all comes together on the third page, the Master Planning Worksheet. On the top, we have listed the courses at Pasadena City College that Kiana will need to take and pass in order to earn her associate degree in science there. Then the second area indicates the units needed, in progress, and completed, taken from the general education requirements for transfer to a California State University. The next area consists of those courses required by the California State University for Kiana to be admitted into their major of business administration. And we always want to be sure that we pick up these courses somewhere, either in the major or in the general education requirements. And then down at the bottom, we have her history nicely summarized. In terms of degree applicable units, she still needs to take 38 units. She has 7 units in progress, and she has completed 19 units for a total of 64.0 units to graduate. And the nice thing about this is as you change the numbers here, so will these numbers down here change. So if we take the case of Business 12A, which we have presently indicated as being needed, and we take those 3 units and move them over here to completed, then these numbers down here will change. And now we can see that she has 35.0 units needed in order to graduate and transfer. So this is an example of the Roadmap to Success academic planning tool in Excel and how it can be used to keep track of your student. Finally, there are two additional tools that you will need in order to help your student: the Community College Catalog and the Community College Schedule of Classes. And these are important because you are going to want to identify the number of units assigned to a course if you haven't already located that information on other documents. Or you may need to identify any prerequisites or co-requisites that might apply to a course that your student is selecting. Or finally, you may want to determine if the course is transferable to a four-year university. So where can you find these items? And once again, we're going to return to the Community College website and the academics page. Now, as you can see, I have opened the academic and support page of Pasadena City College, and you can see that the catalog can be downloaded clicking on this link, and an online schedule of classes can be found by clicking on this link. So let's take a look at a couple of those examples. So here are a couple of examples, one from the college catalog and the other from the schedule of classes. English 001C Intermediate Composition is one of the general education requirements for the associate degree for transfer. And as you can see, it's 4 units, but it has a prerequisite, and that would be English 001A or similar, or a score on the advanced placement test given by the College Entrance Examination Board, but that is seldom used. And then you can see down here that this course is transferable to both Cal State University and to the University of California. There are some cases when courses are only transferable to CSU or the University of California, but those are rare. The other example is from the schedule of classes, elementary statistics. Now, this is one that Kiana has placed into. If she had not placed into it, she would have needed to take a prerequisite of Math 131, 141, or 150. In her case, she was placed into that course based on the math assessment process. And again, we have similar information. You can see that it's transferable to the Cal State system and to the University of California system, and that it is a 4-unit class. So these are two examples of why you want to have access to the Community College Catalog or schedule of classes handy when you get ready to assist your student. In this instructional video, I have described the 3 types of community college majors and plans and the tools that are needed to construct them. The next step is for you to learn how to use these tools in order to construct Roadmap to Success academic plans of your choice. And for that purpose, we have 3 additional videos corresponding to the type of educational path that your student wants to pursue. They are constructing a plan for a certificate only, constructing a plan for an associate degree only, and constructing a plan for an associate degree for transfer. You can also sign up on this website for a free virtual training on community college majors and educational plans. Just go to the home page and you will find a link there. Thank you for watching.